When you're feeling overwhelmed, it can be difficult to focus on one thing at a time. Your mind tends to race and you think about all the millions of things that you need to do or that you're putting pressure on yourself to get done. In this video, I want to share how to stop feeling overwhelmed with my 4-step process. If you follow this 4-step process, you will move out of overwhelm. You will stop feeling overwhelmed and you will check things off your to-do list, and you'll do it all while being mindful and kind to yourself. So the first step is to notice your feelings and to let them be present. The reason why the first step is to feel your feelings is because this is often the part we want to skip. We don't like how we're feeling uncomfortable, we're feeling overwhelmed after all. It's like, I don't want to feel overwhelmed, so I'm going to push that away. And what happens when we push our feelings away is they inevitably pop up again. So if you're trying to move out of overwhelm by not feeling what you're feeling, you're going to perpetuate the cycle. So in this case, you need to feel your feelings even though they're uncomfortable. Common feelings associated with overwhelm are you might feel angry, you might feel some sadness, you might feel disappointed, you might feel confused, like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on, this is so confusing. And you might even feel defeated, like, why even try? There's just too much happening right now. Whatever you're feeling, I would give you permission, and you should give yourself permission to let these feelings come through, to feel them, to sit with them, to let them be present. And I have a guided meditation on Insight Timer that actually guides you through this 4-step process. So you can check that out by searching Heather McFarland on Insight Timer. Feel your feelings, sit with them, let them be present, don't push them away, allow them to be there. Step 2 is choose your next best step. What is your next best step? A next best step is something that you have control over, something that you're capable of doing now. So it's not like, okay, once I have XYZ, then I'll do this. No, because that's not your next best step. That might be one of the steps you'll take eventually, but for now, what's your next best step? What is something you can do now that you're capable of, and that you also have the support to accomplish? You have a support system in place, or you're supported in doing this next best step. And then break it down into even smaller steps. What are the first few steps of this next best step? And your mind might want to shift around from one next best step to the next, and just stick with one. Choose what you thought of and trust that that's what you're going to do. The third step is to release those emotions that you let be present, that you let be part of your experience, those difficult emotions, or we might even call them negative emotions, the anger, the frustration, the confusion, the defeat. Find a way to release those, whether it's shaking out your body and your energy, going for a run, practicing yoga, deep breathing, really exhaling out all that stress. Whatever your method of releasing those feelings is, maybe it's journaling vigorously, whatever it may be, find a way to release those feelings, because first you need to feel them and then you need to release them, because they're really not serving you. So figure out a way to release those feelings. And then the 4th step, cultivate trust for yourself to take this next best step. Breathe deeply, trust yourself in this process, trust that you are going to follow through on your next best step, that you are more than capable of starting this next best step and completing this next best step. Whether it's an energetic trust that you're building with yourself, or whether it's by like just stopping this video and going to take that action now, somehow trusting yourself to follow through on this next best step. Because when you don't follow through on certain things that you say you're going to do, even if it's just telling yourself, that kind of lowers your trust with yourself and only further contributes to the overwhelm. So cultivate trust for yourself in taking this next best step. To recap, the 4 steps: you want to feel your feelings that are associated with overwhelm. You want to choose your next best step and stick with that next best step rather than switching around. You want to release those difficult feelings related to the overwhelm. And 4, you want to cultivate trust with yourself and for yourself to take this next best step. And then you want to take action. You want to take that next best step. And do this process as many times as you need to. And you will find that your to-do list has more things checked off than items left to do if you follow this 4-step process. Let me know how you like this process. Let me know which step is the most difficult for you. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think we could vary and relate on the different steps. So let me know which one's the most difficult for you right now in your overwhelm. And I wish you all the best. Follow me here on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up and connect with me on the other social channels as well. Thanks for being here.